In this upcoming emotionally charged episode of The Oung and the Restless, Sharon Newman finds herself at a breaking point, torn between her maternal instincts and the cruel reality of having two of her children in crisis at the same time. The story unfolds with a heavy sense of guilt, heartbreak, and helplessness, as Sharon tries to navigate her worst nightmare. One child lying in a hospital bed fighting for his life, and another sinking deeper into despair miles away. At the Los Angeles hospital, Sharon sits by Noah Newman's bedside, her hand clasped around his motionless one, her heart aching with fear. The steady rhythm of the machine surrounding him is both comforting and terrifying. It's proof he's still alive, yet also a constant reminder that he's barely hanging on. Noah has been placed in an induced coma following his devastating crash, and while the doctors are doing everything possible, the uncertainty is killing Sharon. Every time she looks at his pale face, she's reminded of all the things she didn't say, all the time she didn't spend, all the moments she took for granted. The guilt doesn't stop there. Back in Boston, Mariah Copeland is struggling deeply in her treatment facility, and Sharon knows her daughter needs her just as much. But Sharon can't be in two places at once, and that fact is eating her alive. As a mother, she's torn straight down the middle, desperate to comfort both of her children but trapped by circumstance. The weight of it all finally pushes her to open up to the one person who has always understood her better than anyone else, Nick Newman. When Nick arrives at the hospital, he immediately sees the toll this is taking on Sharon. Her eyes are red from crying, her voice shakes when she speaks, and the strength she usually tries to project is slipping away. She confesses everything, how she feels like she's failing as a mother, how she's terrified that Noah may never wake up, and how she can't stop worrying about Mariah, alone and haunted by her demons in Boston. Sharon pours her heart out to Nick, admitting that she feels pulled in two directions, like she's letting both of her children down by choosing one over the other. Nick, steady and reassuring as ever, steps in to comfort her. He tells Sharon that she's doing everything she possibly can and that no one could handle a situation like this perfectly. He reminds her that she's been there for their children every step of the way, through their darkest moments and their triumphs, and that no one doubts the depth of her love. He even manages to inject a flicker of hope into her despair, telling her that Noah is strong, that he's a fighter, and that they'll get through this together. The moment between them is emotional, intimate, and filled with the kind of bond that only two people who've weathered years of love, loss, and family crises can share. Still, the situation surrounding Noah remains deeply concerning. The doctor's updates are cautious, he's stable but critical. There's a very real possibility of brain damage, and Sharon and Nick can't ignore that haunting thought. But it isn't just Noah's condition that's troubling them, it's the mystery behind the crash itself. The police still haven't caught the person responsible for running him off the road, and that means whoever did it is still out there. To make matters worse, Nick and Sharon begin to suspect that Noah may have been hiding something before the accident. Secrets that could have led to the crash or made him a target. Nick starts to question what Noah was really up to before everything happened. Was there someone he was involved with who might have had a motive? Was there something in his personal or business life that he didn't tell them about? Sharon's heart breaks even more as these questions swirl. She hates the idea that her son might have been in trouble and didn't feel he could come to them. But for now, all they can do is wait and hope for a miracle. Meanwhile, miles away, Mariah Copeland is suffering in her own way. At the Boston facility, she's spiraling under the weight of her mental and emotional turmoil. Her time there was meant to help her heal, but instead, she's plagued by haunting visions and painful memories. In her mind, she sees Ian Ward, a dark figure from her past whose manipulation and cruelty once defined some of her worst years. Though this encounter isn't real, it feels terrifyingly vivid to Mariah. The version of Ian that appears to her is symbolic of her guilt and fear, the part of her that still believes she's broken, still believes she's unworthy of love or peace. In these tormenting visions, Ian taunts her, bringing up her past mistakes, reminding her of all the pain she's caused and endured. Each word cuts deeper, and though Mariah knows intellectually that this can't be real, emotionally it feels too real to deny. It's as if her mind has conjured up Ian to punish her, to keep her trapped in the darkness she's been trying to escape. Her therapy has stirred up wounds that were never fully healed, and now those wounds are bleeding.